All right, so we should probably get started. Do you want to do Christmas gifts like we were supposed to do 5 months ago?
I mean, you can open yours, but
I
did
haven't
you
heard.
finally get the last thing that you've been waiting on for the last month?
What are you talking about? What last thing? I gave you the gifts.
No, you didn't, because every single week for the last month, I've been asking you when we're going to get them because we need to film this video.
I'm pretty sure I gave them to you. I remember the exact day we were at work. It was a Sunday. Saeed was there. I mean, it was.
No, I think I would have
I
remembered.
would
You
too.
always have that same story, but I think I would have remembered if you would give me gifts.
Me
I
too.
had the wrapping paper, no gifts.
I'm pretty sure I gave them to you. There's no reason I would forget that. And um, one second, something completely unrelated just came up. I'll be right
Where are
back.
you going?
Uh,
All right.
Yeah, I don't know, Lucas. I checked everywhere. I can't find them. I definitely gave them to
You
you.
definitely did not, Brandon.
I did. What's that behind you?
Uh,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I guess I put them out earlier. I've been waiting for Brandon for a while. That was a little embarrassing. Like I might forget things
Yeah.
sometimes, but that was egregious. In fact, that would have been like an honestly, that would have been a really, really good hook, but I can't. That's that's embarrassing.
Classic Lucas.
Shut up.
Hey everyone,
Hey, everybody.
and welcome to Why Are You Still Here, the show that we talk about whatever we want. And guess what is back, Lucas?
My favorite segment of all time. Move that head of
Special
yours.
features.
28.
28, I think. I'm fairly sure. I don't care. Um, and it's been a while. It's been, I
Been a
believe,
while.
three
It's been a
months.
while.
I
Yes,
have
it has.
not I have not double checked that, but pretty
I just
sure.
watched the video. I scrubbed through it when I was waiting, and
Okay.
it was 3 months ago.
Very good. And as I was just saying to Lucas, there's been a lot of stuff that I have acquired sporadically, different types of things and whatnot, and I'm like, I know I'm forgetting things, so it'll just end up in the next episode, whatever I discover along the way that I have forgotten. And I don't know. There's no rhyme or reason for a whole lot of this stuff. But yeah, I don't know. Other than one thing, actually,
Brandon, where are you
I
going?
recently acquired this,
Are you coming
bitch.
back to my house?
Look what's missing from behind you. How did I do
Ah.
that? Who knows? It's the friendship statue.
Yeah, that's the most recent acquisition next to the present. So that definitely has some lore, some backstory, 5 years in the making for me, for Brandon much longer. So it's
Yes.
it's really awesome to actually have that because Brandon said on Sunday, like because you asked one of the managers to get it, and they're like, no, you got to ask the other one, right?
Hmm.
And then the other one said yes, and he's like, take it to your cars right now. Get it out of here and take it to your cars. So we're
Yeah.
like in the parking lot, like giggling like schoolgirls with this statue from work because, like,
Yeah. A
everyone at work's gonna
terracotta, huh?
the terracotta soldier.
Yeah, terracotta soldier was damaged at work and they removed it and wanted to just get rid of it, throw it away. So I seized my opportunity.
I mean, it's been the butt of so many jokes. The head is obviously broken, so Brandon would constantly take this head off.
Hmm.
Um, I put a fortune cookie in there at some point. The fortune cookie was found.
No. The
It
cookie
wasn't
wasn't.
found? Oh,
No, you should tip
okay.
that thing upside down. It's probably still in the other leg.
Yeah, I dropped a fortune cookie in there at one
A
point.
fortune was found, not the cookie.
Okay.
But yeah. So we're obviously we have like actual Christmas presents to get to, which, you probably saw that alluded to in the hook. And we'll get there. That'll be the
Don't
very
worry.
last thing we get to. And prior to that, it's just going to be standard special features fare. Except something I do want to mention real quick because I know I'm going to forget, and it's a miracle that I even remembered to this point. So I had a story, right? And I mentioned to you that I had a story about an employee of AMC Theaters,
Yes.
right? Okay, so this guy, he it's like his mission to make it so you don't print off your ticket. And I see him as I walk in now, and I just go, yeah, no, I'm printing off my ticket. Like I don't even let him open his mouth now. And then I just go right to the machine and I get it printed off, and then I hand it to him because there is one fateful day. I'll never forget it. It happened in like a while ago, like November. And I mean, he was like relentless. Like it was disturbing actually because I walked in. I don't remember what I was seeing, whether a screen unseen or just a new movie coming out. And I literally walked through the door, and he goes, "Hey, you have a ticket? You have a ticket on your phone? You have a digital ticket?" And I go, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I'm gonna print it off. Why? Why are you gonna print it off?" And he literally walks across the entire lobby to me and goes, "Why would you print it off?" And I'm like, "Because I enjoy keeping them." And he goes, "There's no point in keeping them anymore." And I'm like, "Why?" And he's like, "Because they're not printed on cardstock anymore. There's no point." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know it sucks." And he's like, "Yeah, I wish we still print on cardstock, but we don't. It's just receipt paper. Why keep receipt paper?" And I'm like, and he's like standing between me and the machine. And I'm just like, dude, I don't know. Like, I have a movie to get to, I'm like, I just like to keep them. The receipt paper, I know it sucks, but it's the best that I have at the moment. And so I'm like, I just want to print it off. And then he's just like, oh, well, I don't understand people like you. I just don't get it. And I'm like,
Is
I
this
don't
the
know.
usual guy? The sit down guy?
Yes,
You
it
know,
is
as
the sit
so
down guy.
he always gives me like a look when I ask for my physical ticket because I still walk up there every time. I don't know why.
He
Just like
hasn't
my
even
dad.
been behind the counter recently.
Okay. But he gives me a look and he has asked me why I collect them or he asked me what I do with them. I'm like, yeah, they're all shoved in a drawer. They'll eventually get put in like a binder with, like like card organizers, whatever the hell they're called, the page protector things.
Mm.
And then he's like, "Oh, cool." And then that was like the end of it. I don't know why he hates you so much.
He, yeah, he's never behind the counter anymore. In fact, nobody really is. There will be somebody that is way far down to the right, and their entire job is to just pull the ticket apart if you have a
Hmm.
physical ticket. But there's nobody there to go to. Like the last 7 times I've gone there, there's nobody actually to like a go to unless you're only just scanning a digital ticket. So you have to go to those machines. And fine by me, I don't want any communication with them because this same guy a couple years ago, like I learned my lesson. Like if I saw him sitting behind the counter, I would just not go up to him because there's been so many times where he'd be like, "Oh, you have a digital ticket?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, technically, but," and I'd be like, "But can I get it printed off?" And he would purposely scan it
I'm like,
as I
"Oh,
said that. Like he'd make a
yeah,
point of scanning it and he'd go, "Oh, sorry, too late."
yep." Because
So I'd
you
be
have to
like,
use it. It's an entirely different scanner. There's like the wireless one that you just scan, and then the one that's connected to the printer with like the cord. That's what they do for the physical ticket.
mm-hmm. Yeah, I just wasn't dealing with it anymore. So that's not the end of this though. So he's still standing there making me explain myself why I want this ticket. And I'm like I don't know. It's like a keepsake. I've had them like for my entire life pretty much. And so I don't know. And I like move around him to go to the machine and I pull out my phone and I'm like punching in the number and he's like, "What? Why are you doing it like that? Wait, you know that there's a QR code there, right?" And I'm like, "I know there's a QR code. I can never get it to work properly." And he's just like, "All you have to do is scan it." And I'm like, I know. And I'm like, "Watch." And I show him and I'm like, it's not working. And he's just like, "Oh, you don't have a far enough wait." Like he's micromanaging every little thing I'm doing and like standing there just staring down at me, right? So finally the tickets print out, whatever. I give it to him, he pulls it apart for me, whatever. I get away from him. A few weeks after that, I see him again, and this was actually a night that Anthony was there, and I spot him again as I'm walking in, and I'm like, shit. And across the lobby again, he goes, "Yo, you have a digital ticket?" And I'm like, "Yep, yep, yep. I've already talked to you about this. I'd like to print him off." And then he walks over to me again. And I'm standing at the machine, and this time he's not being like as aggressive, but he's
Hmm.
just like, yeah, like standing between me and the machine, like leaning down because he is kind of tall. And he's like leaning down, and he's just like, "Yeah, I wish that we just had a better system for people like you." And I'm like, "Uh-huh, uh-huh." And he's just like, "Yeah, we honestly we should still have the card stock for people like you that want it." And
For
I'm
people
like,
like you, is he being like condescending as he
I
says
don't know what
people
he's
like you?
being,
I
quite
see. I've
frankly.
never seen him stand up before, so I've never had a
He
gauge of
only
his height.
stands up now.
Oh,
I know.
really?
I didn't even think it was the same guy. I had to confirm it with Anthony that it was in fact the same guy that used to sit down behind the counter. Yeah,
Huh,
a
no
lot's
shit.
changed in the last 3 months that you haven't been there. And I've been there 2 times a week for the last, I don't know, 6 weeks or something. I've become you, and
How does it
you've
feel?
become not me. I don't know what you've become. You something else entirely, um, but it's good. It's good. It's good.
Did you ever get your A
Good.
list?
It's good. Huh?
Did you ever get your A list since they fixed the app?
No, I decided I didn't care anymore because I stumbled across all these rewards I had.
Uh,
Um,
oh, you must have
which
rewards up the ass.
yeah, I can't I guess I didn't tell you about it, but I was like checking out when I was seeing some movie, maybe like Captain America, and I was like, I don't know. I was like just about to check out and it came up like, "Oh, you have like a gift card balance." And I was like, "Oh, cool." It was like $7 or something. So I clicked on it and then it
Hmm.
disappeared. And I'm like, "What the hell happened to that?" And so then I tried to track it down. And so I'm looking everywhere. I'm looking at whatever, blah, blah, blah. So then all of a sudden I'm under my account settings and I go under rewards. So I end up in a section of the app I've never been in, mind you, right? And so I'm like, "What is what is this?" And so for the first time ever, I set eyes on my rewards that I can use. I had like $250.
Oh shit, you're set for a
Yeah.
long time.
Yeah. So no, I've used them all.
Oh, have you?
I have officially, as of this last Monday, used
Okay.
them all.
Well, good thing you used them all like as soon as you did though, because I have just the sneakiest of suspicions that had you not, they would have like had an expiry date or pulled their rewards with this like
That's what I worry
changeover that they're
about.
doing.
I mean, you understand I've been like a member for as long as you could be a member.
Uh-huh.
So I think I've lost tons of rewards over the years, unfortunately. So I don't like that. But
Of
yeah,
course.
so I've seen the last however many movies I've seen for free. The next movie
Oh,
I go
nice.
to I'll be paying for the first time. But what does suck is I went to see a movie. I couldn't make it to that time because of something happening that got in the way, so I had to see it later that night, and it wouldn't let me refund it because I did use rewards. So
That
I had to
sucks.
just let it like lapse, and then I got in contact with AMC, and they took like 3 weeks, and they were finally like they emailed me and they're like, okay, we sorted it out, we refunded you, and it was like refund amount $0. And it was like, oh, that's weird. Oh, maybe just because it's rewards, that's why it says $0. I never got those rewards back into my account, unfortunately.
Mm.
Yep.
Bad AMC.
It was like $20 because the movie was the Captain America,
Yeah, there you go. This Adobe ticket.
$17 or 17.50 or whatever. So yeah, it was $20 down the drain that I never got back, sadly.
Mm-mm.
Yep. But I've been holding on to that story, not the second version, but the first version now since I think November. But
I'm surprised it didn't culminate in him like following you in the theater and then physically removing the ticket that you have.
it is shocking. It is. Um, I don't like it. That's for sure. But so we may as well jump into the things that we have purchased. Um, and I don't know. I guess try to get through them as quickly as possible. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't I could make categories, I guess. Um, and yeah, I guess I could make categories if I had to. The
Yeah, I
movie
could.
category is the longest by far.
Yeah, I could do categories too. Your showings is going to be a lot longer, definitely. Um, I'll do the big purchase right in the middle of all of it. Okay, yeah, cool. That works.
Very good.
There's one big purchase I've been holding off on talking about since late December. So finally ready to
Mm,
talk about that one.
mm, scary. Anyway, you can start it off if you want.
So you can correct me if I've shown this off, and this is old, and it just dawned on me that I might not have, and I didn't see it in the last special features where I thought I might have, and I didn't see it in the one prior, which is the only two it would have been in. So you can correct me if I have, if you remember, but I know you've shown it off because you got it for me, was the Halloween 2 pumpkin. And I just don't remember if I had shown this off at
Oh
all.
yeah,
So like
months ago.
yeah, literally. Brandon, Anthony, and myself are like the only people that legitimately got them in store from Spirit, in like the whole Metro Detroit area.
It's
Um,
true.
but obviously I got it through the help of Brandon, so there you go.
It's
But he's talked
true.
about his before. Awesome, this thing is so cool.
I held both of them up in my hands in that
In the
video.
video, okay, so you guys have seen it on a stupid technicality here. Let me put it on this other side here. Just want to get it out of the way. In fact, you know what? I'm just gonna remove it and put it right back in the room where it goes because I don't want to fucking risk breaking this.
Yes.
And there it sits on its home on the dresser with the other spirit statues that I dimmed the light bulb on, so I ran them all overnight. Continue. Or sure. Actually, that category of the I don't know if I showed this off. No, I know I didn't show this one off, but it's older.
Yeah.
Um, One of my last pickups, Tony Hawk Underground 2. I had my
Good
PS2
shit.
version, but
Yeah.
this one is just one of my favorites because of just the novelty of having the Jackass characters in there also. And it has this really
Yeah.
hilarious story. So one of my favorite Tony Hawk games, we talked about on the channel. We like our Tony Hawk games, so had to put this
Hmm.
one in the collection, of course.
You see what's
And
coming out?
yes, the so I'm excited for 3.
Lucinda's favorite.
Yes, 3, my favorite. So I'm
Hmm.
excited for 3, of course. But 4, they don't have like the traditional like story mode. Because if you remember, 4 has like a very different gameplay style where it's like open world. You can get off your board and walk around and you walk up to people, and then that's how you initiate like the challenges. You don't start off with like a 2-minute timer and then do like the skate
Okay.
letters and like the trick attacks and stuff. So
Sure.
they're changing how the game is, so there's some controversy with it, but I mean, it looks really good. But it wasn't actual gameplay that they had shown. It says it like right at the bottom. But I'm with how good the remaster is for 1 and 2 and that they do have like all the music. I think all of it from 3 and 4, which is insane if they really did get it all. But I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, that's always the most difficult thing to do is music.
Hmm.
It's probably a miracle that they're getting re-released at all or remastered or whatever because of said music.
Oh, and I didn't show it off, but the Xbox version is 720p. So it looks phenomenal. I was playing it for the longest time on the PSP, so it was definitely time to upgrade.
Uh, yeah, you could say that again. Um, okay, so if the category is things that I don't know if I showed off, I have two,
Okay.
and that is, um, I have three actually. No, I have two,
He has
and
two,
that is
everybody.
this. Um, this one's from a while ago. Like I just had it caught my eye, and I'm like, I don't know if I ever showed that off, and that was I Know What You Did Last Summer, the
I
Steelbook.
don't know. I don't think you did.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't recall.
Yeah, I remember when it came out, we were like talking about it, but
Yeah,
definitely, I don't think you shut it off.
yeah, I don't know. But it's it's very in season since it's getting the sequel this year
Hmm.
with everybody coming back. And then I I don't think I showed this one off because I think that what it was you might have shown yours. And I was like, oh, mine's supposed to arrive today. And then that was the last time we did special features. But that's The Crow.
Ah, yeah, I do remember showing mine off. I showed it off in the last video because I scrubbed through it before.
Yeah, okay. So that's exactly what it was, where Amazon was delivering it today for me,
Yeah, because it was a Tuesday,
when we
right?
did
Yeah,
it. And but I hadn't received it yet. So
very
there
good.
you go.
Underrated movie, everybody.
Oh yeah.
Massively.
Oh yeah.
Best Crow sequel of all time. Well,
Um,
not it's not really a sequel, but better than all the other sequels. Watch our review.
yeah,
We talked
probably.
about it.
We have talked about it in a video that has yet to be released.
Oh, you're right.
Hmm. It still exists. Luckily, it wasn't one of the ones that were was destroyed.
Yeah, the hard drive incident of 2024.
Yes. Awful. I hate it. Did I ever tell you the update of that? I think I did.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't talk about it
Something
on the
about
show.
yeah, the amount of money that they wanted.
No, that they officially got in contact with me and said they tried to recover it and they couldn't.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. And they were like, "Do you want it back?" And at first I was like, "Yeah, I want it back because, like who knows, technology could change down the line and, they somebody could fix it or so. I don't know. Like I just can't wrap my head around how data disappears just because something dropped to the ground on a carpeted surface of all things. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like it just I don't know. It baffles me. Like it's that data's just gone. Like I get I can't access it, but it's gone. Like what? I don't know. Anyway, maybe that was just code speak for they opened it and they destroyed the data trying to fix it or something. I don't know. But they were like it's $30 return shipping or something, and I was like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm not doing that. No, thank you. So they find a way to profit either way. And remember, this is the company that um told me it was going to be one price to begin with and then changed it on me after the fact. So
Yeah, they're just shady as fuck.
I don't really necessarily believe them. Um, but yeah, so I think th those were the two. This one I'm on the fence about as well. I don't remember if I showed this one off. American Hustle
I
Steelbook.
believe you did.
Okay.
I remember
If I
seeing the
did, it was the
cover.
last episode. Because this is a, phenomenal movie, 2013 classic.
Yes,
I
you
saw
did
it in
show it off.
theaters. I still remember seeing it in theaters. It has fat Christian Bale in it. Um, the best kind of Christian Bale is a fat Christian Bale. So, um, yeah, but that's it. Nothing else have I shown off.
Okay, so we'll go into everything that hasn't been shown off. So I briefly talked about this recently in our last uploaded video.
Sex
I talked.
change. Proceed. Oh, wait, no, you said the big thing was in the middle.
That
My
was
mistake.
good.
Hmm.
That was very funny. So anyway, I'd mentioned like we had talked about all the movies that you like couldn't readily find, like unless you had rented them on YouTube, and even then you couldn't find all of them there. I did a Google search and then found this immediately. So of course I had to get it. You'll borrow it at some point. And I got a $50 Amazon gift card from work for my 5 year anniversary, and I used it on this.
Oh, okay, cool. Cool. I was like, I don't even know what I'm looking at right now, but then
Oh,
it
yeah,
clicked.
sorry. Yep, there
No,
it is.
I saw it and I'm like, oh, and then I was like, I got it, I got it.
Exactly. So you get the end of Papa 4. Papa 5 has been revealed in the single Satanized, the number one song right now on YouTube. Absolutely
Very
amazing.
good.
So very, very good. There's some code in there. Whatever was on the cellophane, I just cut it out and put it in there because who knows? We'll save it. But here you go. You're going to borrow this at some point. You're going to watch it and you're going to let me know what you think of this amazing spectacle.
Okay.
God, don't look so unenthused and laughing at me,
You know what's the
jerk.
funny thing too is that I introduced you to Ghost and I'm just like, eh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
It,
after we had talked about it at work, I thought I heard you humming Square Hammer.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Mostly because it's
Very good.
impossible to hum, so you just try to do it. Try it
Yeah.
right now.
Uh
Yeah. See the problem?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's it. And it's like, even though that's not technically humming, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult. Then that song famously is one of the songs that was written by one of
The ghouls and the nameless ghouls.
the Nameless Ghouls, yeah, and Tobias Forge stole credit for it. Piece of trash.
Bing.
Yes, indeed. Have like a PNG of his face like pop up.
Right. And it will.
Um, indeed, indeed. But I think they were finally compensated for all their hard work and energy. Um, is that a part of a category that you just showed
Well,
off?
I have like one other movie related thing to show. So
Okay, you could show it.
I might as well. So I rewatched this again. I was me and one other person on the planet really liked it, and I don't like it as much the second time watching it all the way through, but I still like it, don't get me wrong. But Joker,
Yeah,
great steelbook cover though. I absolutely love it. I knew it was in there.
yeah. Um, yeah, I mean, I liked it too. There's nothing wrong with liking it. I mean, it's one of those things though where, like Quentin Tarantino made you feel differently about it.
Yeah, I told Brandon after that I watched that. I'm like, oh, really? That me and him? Okay, I don't like it anymore. Obviously, I'm
Especially like how
embellishing,
in
but
depth he got about it
oh yeah. He
in the
like
video.
Brandon sent me the video. I started listening to it like while getting ready to go to work, and I listened to it in the car, and I'm like, holy shit. Like everything he's
Hmm.
saying is like how I feel about it, but he said it in a much more eloquent way. You know what I mean? And I'm like
Hmm.
questioning things about myself. So
Yeah. I mean, he's a
do I have
cinephile,
a
so
foot fetish now too?
Yeah, well, that's the funny thing. It was like I don't think it was a week after that. It was like 3 days or something after that you found out that you have the exact personality type as him as well.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I'll have to comb through the screenshot, like the pictures that I sent, and I'll put it up
Yeah.
here that Quentin Tarantino and
Hilarious.
I share the same personality type.
Yeah.
So, and it's funny because
Mine was all people that have changed the world. Like Martin Luther King Jr. and like Gandhi and like you name it, like Mother Teresa. Like it was all people that have changed the world.
I can't remember who else
So,
was on there besides Quentin Tarantino because it just shattered my reality. But
yeah.
that's when Brandon was like, "Oh, then you tend to hate people that have like personality traits
Yeah,
like
yeah,
within
yeah.
yourself."
Absolutely.
So there you
I
go.
have found through my journey starting in 2013 that and I say 2013, I mean 2012. I don't know why I said 2013. My journey since 2012, I have come to have an epiphany that the people you tend to dislike the most are the people that are most like yourself.
So, a foot fetishist.
Yes. I mean, high pitched, whiny voice, creepy,
The list just goes on
you
and
name
on.
it, right? uh fancy, whatever. Um Almost killed Uma Thurman, all the things that you have in common. So, what I'm gonna do here is I actually have some movies that are not Steelbook. So I'm gonna finish off my Steelbook category, and that'll be something unto itself. So I'm gonna show this. Um, I was on the fence of whether or not I was ever gonna buy this, mostly because it was impossible to get my hands on. But then I finally did get my hands on it because it restocked on Amazon and it ended up being cheaper than the version I had already purchased. Go figure. But that was the
Oh, no
Wolverine
shit. They restocked, huh?
variant.
Good for you. I'm glad you got it.
Yes.
Happy. I'm actually happy for you.
They're both have still just been in cellophane.
Hmm. Mine's slow.
This one I won't ever take out since it is the more
Collectible,
valuable
rare
of the
one.
two. Yeah, so it will always just remain in this
Okay.
forever. Forever. What's that a quote from?
What is it from? Is it from what is it from? It's the kid.
Uh-huh.
God,
James Earl Jones is in it.
why do I want to say Sandlot?
Yeah,
Is it? Okay.
yeah, that's correct.
Forever. Forever.
Lucas says his favorite movie of the year that he can't remember, Alien Romulus.
Very, very good.
Yes. If I'm not mistaken, it was nominated for practical effects. I can't remember if it won or not for it, but it was nominated. Anyway, Venom, The Last Dance.
It's stupid to point out, but I do kind of like how the art goes over on the top of the
Yeah,
I always forget it. J tag or J card?
J card.
J card.
Yes.
J tag is
Um,
a mod thing for systems. Yeah, that J card, J card,
I
J
don't know
card.
what it
It's the
is.
J card.
Yes. Um, this movie is hmm, it has like a little thing on the front. I'm sure it has a name to it, like a little shifty thing. Like it changes when you move it from side to side.
Oh, holographic.
Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking too, but holographic reminds me of like a Pokemon card that is
Is it?
shiny.
Isn't it? Oh, hold on, lenticular.
That might be right. That might be right. Anyway, it has a lenticular thing on it. This is a very good movie, actually. Very underrated movie from 1996. It's called Stir of Echoes,
Huh? Never heard of it.
starring Kevin Bacon. His eyes are closed.
Ooh.
His eyes are open.
Ooh. That's an awesome cover.
His eyes are closed, but there's no ghost there. His eyes are open and there's a ghost there.
Does it look that good in person? Because on camera, that's
Hmm.
incredible.
Yeah.
Good shit. I like that.
Sleeping Kevin Bacon.
No.
He's awake. Yeah, it's a really good movie. I remember I saw it when I was a kid, and it's oddly enough, one particular scene really stuck with me. And basically, it's like a guy. It's been a while since I've seen it. I do have to rewatch it. This is the 4K, of course. And it's like a guy that's getting messages from beyond the grave.
Hmm.
And um, when I was a kid, though, it was on TV, and there's a part in the movie where he's like in a trance, and you can see him like screwing around with like a safety pin, and he takes the safety pin and he pushes it through this part of his skin,
That's
like
gross.
pushes it right through it. And that stuck with me as a kid. Like that image just ingrained itself in my brain. And I was like, I like that movie, but I hate that part. And, as I got older, I'm like, it's not a big deal because obviously it's fake, And I must have just something psychologically deep down told me that it wasn't fake. And that's why it bothered me so much because Kevin Bacon did actually do that for
That's
real.
disgusting.
I know. I know. Isn't it? So yeah. So when you watch that movie, just remember that he actually did that.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Super nasty. Super nasty. All right. On to your next category.
Okay, this is just a singular item, and then after that, I have two more things that were gifted to me that aren't those there. So I'll save that for right before I show off the gifts. Then I still have the big one in the middle.
That's what
But
she said.
oh, got another mask for the collection, Brandon. We got the Wolfman. So
Yes.
I still need to get I want to get the mummy mask. There's a Dracula one that is impossible to hunt down. Like, and if you can, I saw one online, it was expensive. It was like hundreds of dollars. There was one before at the store, but the eyes were so wonky and terrible, I couldn't even spend the money on it. But obviously, Trick or Treat Studios doesn't have the license to sell these anymore. So I got to get the mummy one.
Oh yeah.
They still have the creature and they still have the phantom. So I know no one's buying those anytime soon. So I still have to get them. But this was the best
Cool.
Wolfman. There were three of them total. And I had to show this off in wake of the new movie that sucks dick. And this one is absolutely way better. Well, let's put it on. And of all the masks that I have, this one actually fits me the best. I think I could be the Wolfman with my hairy demeanor. Check that out. What do you think?
Very good. It cut you off, sadly.
Yeah, that was more of the Wolfman in the entirety of that movie, The Wolfman.
Tell me about it. Yeah, that movie has like a handful of good scenes,
Hmm.
and that's
But
it.
I have to tease out the hair and comb it down a little bit because it's crazy.
That's
But
what she said.
I gotta try to get that cool little floof thing that he has going on his. Tame this
If there's
down more.
anybody that can do a
That
floof, it's
knows the
you.
floof, of course.
Yeah,
So, and this one looked the best too with the paint job face. It does look really, really good. The hair is fantastic.
very good. Very good.
There we go. Yeah.
Very good.
You'll go over here, Wolfie.
You suddenly got so much clearer. You know what? Move your microphone.
How's that sound?
Leaps and bounds better.
Okay, I just didn't want to fiddle with it at the beginning. I thought potentially that it wasn't, but I didn't want to mess with anything from when you had left earlier, when you had broke
You
into
had
my
it pulled
house.
out.
It wasn't like on the frame like this though. Like I was comparing the pictures.
Hmm, that's a problem. for your audio. Anyway, so now I'm gonna go into the movies that are not Steelbook. I have a couple of them. These first two are Shout Factory releases, and one of my one of my favorite movies of all time is, and I wasn't even introduced to it until like 2018, 2017 or 2018, and it's The Faculty. It is directed by Robert Rodriguez, and it is like, it's a Dimension film starring Josh Hartnett, like literally the who's who of 90s, Josh Hartnett, Jordana Brewster, Elijah Wood, Usher, um, Usher, and then two other people that they continued acting, but I don't know their names offhand.
Is this
But
a
it
recent
just,
release? Because I had never heard of this movie, and then I had heard of it. Not the movie came out recently, but this 4K of it.
yes, yes,
Um, because I'd heard
yeah,
somebody talk about it, they mentioned the plot, and it sounded like a gnarly movie.
it was me.
Also, I was people I that I follow, like movie collectors, have shown it off and
Mm,
talked about it. This release.
interesting, because you surprised me. We were talking about it at work one day, like shocked me, and I shouldn't be shocked anymore, but you shocked me when you said that you had never seen this movie. Because it is like, I don't know, it's insane. Like the teachers in the movie are played by like Robert Patrick and John Stewart, and like it's insane. Like the 90s
Yeah,
cast.
pretty crazy.
Absolutely insane. Famke Janssen, who was she's been in a lot of stuff, but she was Xenia Onatopp in GoldenEye.
Oh, there you go. Now I know who it is because I didn't know who
And
it was.
just crazy. Um, Seeing if there's anybody, like there's everybody. That's what's funny about this movie. Literally everybody that pops up on screen, whether or not you know them by their name or not, like this person. And it's a really fun, um, kind of goofy 90s teen horror movie,
Popcorn
very
flick,
much
if
in
you
the
will.
vein of Scream. And yeah, you just gotta love it. It's very notable because Josh Hartnett filmed this movie simultaneously with Halloween H2O.
Very good.
So he looks exactly the same. He has both funky hair, his hair that he cut himself in both movies, and it's pretty good. Like he went back from one set to the other. And yeah, it's good. I like it. Um, Everybody should check it out. I haven't watched. I say obviously, it's not open,
Hmm.
but I have yet to watch it, but I shall. It's more of you know, even though it's almost like a summary kind of movie, it's more of like a fall tradition for me to watch it. But yeah, it's like Invasion of the Body Snatchers, while all the teachers at the school are slowly starting to get body snatched, all the kids have to band together to figure out what the shit is going on and try and stop it. And even though that sounds like I don't know, an episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark, it's an R-rated movie.
I mean, it sounds like it's
Um,
entertaining as shit, and it sounds like it's gonna be campy fun.
it's fantastic. I met Elijah Wood and I was kicking myself till this day that I did not mention this movie.
Oh man, he probably would have been so happy.
He probably would have been, because he certainly wasn't happy about anything else I was saying. So,
Oh, really?
oh yeah. Oh yeah. Anyway, um, oh yeah. He'd probably love to hear about this and probably would love to hear about The Good Son. Two movies that people never focus on.
Or you can mention when they tried to reboot Spyro on like the PS3 360 era. and Elijah Wood voiced Spyro, and
Mm,
David Spade was like his sidekick, was like the little Firefly guy or whatever.
is that one of the ones that Gary Oldman was in?
Pretty sure that it has like a really good voice cast, but like the voice clips for Elijah Wood. I mean, you can tell he's not a voice actor.
I can't, Ignitus. I just learned what I am.
You can, Spyro. You can.
I believe it. I believe it. Anyway, one last, no, two more. Uh, this one I told you about how excited I was that it was coming out. Shout Factory release. This was a Netflix exclusive until Netflix lost the rights to it, and then it was not available anywhere for
Wait, did you tell me
years.
about this? We talked
Hmm.
about this.
I
Okay.
just said that. That's how I began this sentence.
You also just dropped these presents off too, didn't you?
Mm-mm. Don't know what you're talking about. Um,
Well, I guess that's more of
but
a
yeah, it's
confirmation that
a
yes, we talked about it at work. Like I don't know when. When did we talk about it? I don't know.
I don't know, whenever it released, because I told you how it was on its way to me, and I was excited because like you could not see this movie anywhere. Like it did not exist digitally, it did not exist physically.
Wasn't
This is
on
the
the
first
bay.
time it's been physical ever. Hmm?
It wasn't on the bay.
I don't know. I don't I you know, somebody would have had to have ripped it from Netflix, I guess. I don't know. But no remotely legal way to watch it. So yeah, it's directed by Mike Flanagan, and it's just it's great. It's a very it's like a thrilling. I hesitate to call it a slasher movie because there's not a lot of killing or anything that happens, and it's very contained. Basically, it's about a deaf woman trying to survive the night with the killer pursuing her, but she's deaf,
Yeah, that's horrifying.
right? Yeah, exactly. So it's good. I like it. A lot of people like it, obviously. That's the entire reason it even got a physical release from Shout Factory is because of how many people enjoy it.
You gotta love our
Um,
Shout Factory, man.
I know, I know. And then this one, it's just a fun little side one. Um, it's in preparation for us to finally,
I saw a tiny little bit of the
yes.
side of it.
And I only have I like the first four movies on Blu-ray, so
Hmm.
all the like the spin-offs and shit, even though you can find them all on Blu-ray, it'll cost you a pretty penny to get them all on Blu-ray, let me tell you. So it just was much easier to go about it this way, which has all of them, all nine of them on DVD,
Oh,
which
good.
is the American Pie 9 movie collection. And it has the first four, which I wouldn't watch on DVD, but the other ones I would have no choice. But yeah, the spin-offs are not good. Except Bandcamp. I remember, I mean, it's been years since I've seen the
Yes, the
spin-offs, but
only
I
spin-offs
remember
I've seen
Bandcamp
were
being decent.
Bandcamp and The Naked Mile.
And yeah, personally I've seen them all except for the very last one, which was Girls Rules, which was like only released in like 2018 or something.
Mm,
So, um,
I've never even heard of that one.
nobody has. And apparently it's terrible. So, yeah, and it'll perfectly be in time for us to do an episode about it, and then I think it's this year. Pretty sure. It's theorized that the movie's going to be called American Funeral, the the new one, and the leaked plot synopsis supposedly is that Stifler's mom dies, and so it's the entire Stifler clan being brought in for the funeral, and it will have returning cast and characters from, the spin-off movies like
Hmm.
Bandcamp and whatnot. So it's like perfect. It all comes full circle. The spin-offs and the main series collide for the final movie.
Which is actually kind of cool.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. So looking forward to that. Anyway,
Very good. I'm actually looking forward to rewatching the original, the second one, all these spin-offs too.
hmm I mean, I've made no bones about it. I've said it many, 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 many times that American Pie, like the first one,
Hmm.
is one of my all-time favorite movies. I mean, it's in my top 50 list of all time, and I think it's fantastic. So, yes.
Damn straight.
Next category.
Next category, the expensive one. The reason why this list is so this list, I keep calling it a list, why this pickup is not as crazy as it should be for almost being 3 months, but this thing was also $600. So
Ooh, I don't know what this is.
I mean, I've been talking about this for a while, but I finally pulled the trigger. It was my Christmas present to myself after working those crazy 2 weeks in a row over there.
Yeah,
But here it is. I finally got it.
I don't know what
My
this is.
it's the Aerophone. It's the synthesized digital saxophone.
Cool.
Why do you look so so unenthused?
Why is it so expensive?
Because instruments are just really expensive. And I'll show you how as the mouthpiece falls off of it.
They don't get smacked in the fucking mouth when they have a mouthpiece on them. He kept saying that.
Not the mouthpiece cover, but it has this mouthpiece just like a legitimate saxophone. It has a reed that's connected to it right here,
Okay.
plastic reed.
Yeah.
And if you take it off, there's this metal piece that registers your breath and your pressure. So it
Mm.
travels along the reed and you can play it just like an actual saxophone without having to adjust any of your embouchure. Um, the key layout is identical to an actual saxophone, so there is no relearning of where the keys are, as with some like wind instruments that are synthesized. So it has all the
Okay.
palm keys on either side, all of the pinky keys. In the back, it has up here an octave key, but this a real saxophone doesn't have one of these. There's a down octave key, so instead of going up an octave, you can go down an octave, so it can lower the range of what you're used to. Um, on the back, you have like the presets. These are all the sounds that it has. If you
Mm.
Bluetooth connect it to an app, you can get like hundreds of sounds to come out of it. But this is just what's built into the base one. And this was like the third in line. There's a couple more that are more expensive than this that are like the $2,000 range, which I could not justify whatsoever.
Wow.
It has a better like sound chip, and it is a synth, so it's not perfect, right? And since I played the alto saxophone for so long, I can hear that it's synthesized, right? So I play mostly with the violin setting. Um, and what's also really cool is there's a transposition key. So a saxophone is tuned in E flat, but if I have like a piece of music for the piano, the violin, the flute, something that's in the key of C, you just turn it to the key of C right there. The key of awesome. And then you still keep the same fingerings, but it'll adjust it. So it's really made for like saxophone players. Um, it's got a little neck strap. And it's not perfect. There were a couple like brands that I was looking at. There's one from Yamaha that I also like, but it lacks some of the features for being the same price. And my biggest gripe with this thing, is that it doesn't have a rechargeable battery. You put double A batteries in it, or
Yeah.
you plug it into like the wall or whatever. So since I don't like to waste all the batteries, I plug it in like this, and then my phone can use it like a little power bank. Bam, you get your power. And then get your on switch. We have power, Houston. So I was playing it on the trumpet setting earlier. I found some sheet music. I was dicking around to the song, but we'll do it with the trumpet. See if you can even hear it too. You know how Zoom is where it cancels out music. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of interested to see how this is going to work. See what you can even hear. The speaker is right here on the side, and there's a spit valve right here at the very bottom. There's like a hole here, so it will occasionally leak spit and it'll catch it
Yeah,
on your pants. I don't know if you can see it,
that's
but
what
if you
she
look
said.
right in there, you can see the tube right in the middle that keeps,
Mm-hmm.
all the moisture away from the electronics. And that's what this little band right here is to do, because spit will fly occasionally, and you don't want it to get all over it. But you can't hear it at all.
No,
Not one bit. Damn, that really bothers me. Here, let me
you
see.
can
Origin.
adjust the settings.
There's the sound for musicians.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see. Let me turn up the volume a little bit. This thing can go very loud for how small it is. Can you hear it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here, before you got to my house earlier, the apartment, whatever, I found this online, and it's a little. I gotta play it a few times before I can get it like perfect, but let's see. It has to be turned up a little bit. I'm learning Cuban Pete. So I found that on there. Very
Oh,
funny.
okay. Cool.
Um, there's one though. I'll show you the violin setting though, and then we'll go on to the next one because I love the violin on here, but I'm actually gonna use the neck strap. It's light enough to hold it, but that's how you play saxophones with a neck strap. Beautiful.
What was that? That's good.
Yeah, it's not one to one the saxophone. I don't even play it on the saxophone setting, but the sax sounds so fake to me. Does it not compared to all the other ones?
I don't know.
There we go. It's been a while since I've actually been able to play a saxophone, so I kind of got to get back in the swing of it. But it's an
Sure.
awesome practice tool, though. You can plug in headphones too, so you don't have to like play it out loud. But this thing is fucking awesome, and I'm surprised at how good like the tonguing and the slurring and all that shit works. It's very impressive. I wish I would have been able to get the one that was like $900 because it has way more sounds built in. If you sway when you play, it adjusts like the sound. There's so much cool shit that the other ones have.
Huh.
But this thing is awesome.
Cool.
So there you go. Now you know I can actually play an instrument. I'm not too much of a fraud.
Very good. That's true.
Yeah, because I hadn't played for so many years because it got ruined. Like I forgot that I even could do it, and it's something that I never talk about like at work either. It's like, hey guys, I play the saxophone.
So you say it got ruined. I'm assuming it was in the basement flood.
Yeah, it. I opened it and it was just molded. All the pads were fucking ruined. The lacquers like all coming off of it.
Okay.
I just couldn't find it in my heart to get rid of it. To tell you the truth.
So it still exists.
Yeah, it's. I have a picture of it somewhere.
It all fucked up.
Yeah, I
That's how the
mean,
picture is.
it doesn't look terrible like in the picture, but there it is. I'll zoom in and you can kind of see like by the pinky keys on the right side of the saxophone, like you can just see,
I mean, it looks awful. So
yeah.
that makes me wonder how bad it is in person. Because you're like, oh, it doesn't look that bad. Like I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole.
That's what the pops of color, that's like
Oh
the
man,
yeah, it completely
is
completely ruined
destroyed.
it.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
know that that was even possible.
but if you look at that right there, like that's the right side, that's where your right hand goes. I guess you can kind of get an idea. Shit, can you even? Is this even a good? This is not working out the way I thought it would. You can't even tell. It doesn't even. Like you see the
I
little
don't
pinky
know.
rollers right there. Bam. The Yamaha one actually looked like a saxophone, but anyway, whatever. I'm gonna stop talking about it. But here it is. I've been wanting this for so damn long. Merry Christmas, bitches.
Very good. Merry Christmas. You might want to switch the audio back.
Oh yeah.
You could hear like background.
Okay, there you go. It's back on.
Shocking how the difference that makes.
Hmm.
Um, very good, very good. Yeah, I played the clarinet for all of 5 seconds before I realized I didn't want to do that. I was
On this
like,
thing,
no.
there's a setting where you can have clarinet fingerings, and it just uses
Hey
what
now.
exists on a clarinet. So the clarinet setting on that's actually good too. I played Swan Lake once with the clarinet, and it sounded fucking gorgeous. It's got that real creepy, airy quality to it.
His music touches me ever so. I fear that my tears might stain my petticoat.
It's good shit.
Good shit. Compose a new Waish song.
Yes, we can do a theme song. Brandon will play his guitar, and I'll play my saxophone. And we'll be busking on the streets of Detroit.
Yeah, it'd be like a ska band.
Oh God. Remember all the ska jokes in Renfield? Like it was a running thing for that whole movie.
Vaguely. Um, okay, so let's see here. Next category, games. And I'm pretty sure I'm missing one or two in this category because I think I put them onto the shelf amongst the rest and then I just forgot what was what
Sure.
and whatever. But um anyway, Silent Hill 2,
Oh,
the
nice.
remake for PS5. Um
Did you talk
I
to
have
the guy at Walgreens about it?
Yes, I did. Unfortunately, but he you remember, I told you.
Yeah, I was just being a smart ass about it.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, he
Because
can't play it yet. He only has a PS4.
exactly, because he's like, yeah, you need to get it. It's fantastic. And then I got it, and I was like, it's fantastic. And he's like, oh, is it? I haven't played it. I have a PS4. It's like, what? 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 Anyway, it's great though. I have yet to
Very
complete it,
good.
but yes, it's fantastic. Gets a little too intense sometimes, but it is great. I am a Resident Evil person.
I was
You
just
know,
about to mention
obviously, those two are like
companion games. Not really. That's a weird way. That's not the right word to put
they're
it.
more so
They were just in
like
tandem together.
competitors. Like you're usually a Resident Evil person or a Silent Hill person traditionally. Like you might like both, but you
Hmm.
prefer one over the other. And I'm a Resident Evil person. And so Silent Hill was always one of the games that was there that I would play from time to time, but it was like it was not my forte. So when shit hits the fan in this game, it makes it even worse because it's not my forte,
Yeah.
and it just makes it even more terrifying for me. Um, and then something that I have been wanting to get for years, ever since I saw it on the shelf for like 14.99, and I thought,
Eh.
I can get that anytime. And then little did I know it was going to become one of the more expensive PS4 games of all time. And that was Deadpool.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yes. So I finally
Very, very, very
acquired it.
good.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I never played it for PS4. I had it for PS3 back in the day and I platinumed it. And yeah, supposedly, ironically, the PS3 version is the better looking version of the two.
That's what you were saying after the fact, and I'm
Yeah,
like, damn, well, I scored mine for it was like 45 bucks ish. I could have just got the PS3 version for like what, 10, $15.
it's much cheaper. It's not that cheap, but it is cheaper. Yeah, because that one like supports like 60 frames per second, while
Yeah,
this one
I heard
supports
that it
30 frames per second.
on the Series X, there's a 60 frames mode with that game that I saw online. I'm like 100% sure. Watch
Yeah,
me be 100% wrong, but
I don't know.
it's just good to
As
have
far
in the
as I know,
collection
it's the same
regardless.
version for Xbox and for PS4. People bitch about it. Like they're like, "What?" Like the graphics like are better, but the way they play aren't isn't better. Whatever. Like it looks better. Like if you pause it and just look at it, you're like, yeah, that looks better. But when you see it in
Hmm.
motion, you're like, oh, where's the PS3 copy? Obviously, the Steam version is probably the best way to actually play it. Like if you're gonna play it. Um, which, you had to be on top of it and get it for Steam before it was, delisted, of course.
Hmm.
Um, which Anthony's one of
Unfortunately.
those people.
Good
So
for
that's
him.
good. Yeah. Yeah. See, obviously with PC games, you can kind of just you can tweak it until you get to what you want.
Yes.
That's it. And category three. Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, this is going to be my last category then before
Oh,
opening the presents. I don't know
okay.
how much more do you have the show if you want to keep going for a little bit.
I
I
have
mean, it
like
doesn't
three
matter.
categories left.
Do you want to do another category?
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Oh God. Look, guys, look, he just entered frame. He's back.
That'd be terrible. Side note, my belt is digging into me.
Oh no.
Oh my God. That hurts. You understand. You were fat before. Anyway, um, let's do this one's a weird one. The rest of my categories are kind of like almost things on their own. I saw this at the store. Okay, I think I saw it at Second and Charles, right? And I went, whoa, 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 whoa. Is this not the figure that's sold out everywhere? I mean, it might not be now. This was like 3 months ago. I was like, isn't this the figure that's sold out everywhere and it's here for retail? What? And
Okay.
like I was like, I don't even have the extra money right now, but I have to purchase this. Because and I double checked Amazon, I double checked, Big Bad Toy Store, you name it, Entertainment Earth, you name it, sold out everywhere. And that is the ultimate John Carver.
Oh, hell yeah.
I just actually a day or two ago I saw the cloth version. from
Hmm.
NECA that was at it was at Meyer. And I was like, oh, hey, that one was sold out too. So maybe they're making a comeback. I still have yet to see this one anywhere else. And it's cool. I've just had it sitting down here in the basement ever since I
Very
purchased
good.
it, ready to show it on special features. But yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. And I mean, I don't want to spoil it if anybody hasn't seen this movie, but the person who is the killer is coming back for the second movie. Try to figure that one out because you and I discussed it and we're like, there's no way they're going to bring him back. Why would they? You're going to be paying money to somebody that's never going to show their face unless maybe there's
Hmm.
flashbacks in the movie. Like maybe that's what they're going to do is flashbacks
I have no idea.
because he's I will spoil this part. He's dead and he resurrects.
Hmm.
Like he's dead. Like he's like a zombie, you know?
So we're gonna be in for a real shit sequel, guys.
Probably because like the theory was like it was going to be like Scream, right? Like it was going to be like, people are going to keep on taking over the John Carver character, right? Very much like Ghostface.
Yeah.
But it seems like that's not happening. I mean, the movie ends on a cliffhanger that shows that he's like going to come back as a dead John Carver. But I kind of also just thought that that was just like a button on the end of the movie and wasn't going to be something they stuck with. But
I didn't think
apparently
there
it
was gonna be a
is.
sequel whatsoever.
Oh yeah, I knew there was going to be a sequel, of course, but yeah, they announced that he's coming back specifically. So I don't know. I mean, he's the best. I mean, the movie's great for anybody who
Yep.
hasn't seen it, and he is hands down the best part of the movie by far. So I'm happy about that. I'm just confused. Um, but yeah, there's like some fun inclusions. This one
Yeah,
doesn't have
bring
the
it back
big.
up here. Let's see.
This one doesn't have the turkey head.
Oh
I can't
man.
remember if it's the cloth version or if it's like the can't think of what it's called, Toonie Tears version. It comes with the
Mm,
turkey head
that's
that
cool.
he cuts off.
I do like the Toonie Terrors. I
Yeah,
think
they're
they're cute.
whatever. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the Toonie Tears and the famous character
Oh,
Nosferatu.
Nosferatu. Yeah.
Yeah, John Nosferatu, I think his name is. Senior.
Yes, can't forget that.
Exactly. Okay. So, in the same similar vein, I saw this bad boy at Target and I was like, I have to get it. Not only is it Batman the Animated Series,
Oh,
but
very good.
traditionally anything Joker. I mean, not only do I jump on it, but everybody seems to. So I was like, I must. And it's like the ultimate Joker. It's cool. I like
Yeah, it
it.
is pretty cool. It looks just like
Um,
the cartoon.
yeah. These are very much so in a similar category. I got this one first. So it's like a thing with me. For those that don't know, obviously I'm a James Bond fan, and every once in a while, I don't make a habit of it, but every once in a while, I'll like wander down like the Hot Wheels toy car aisle of stores, whether that be Target or Walmart or Meijer, right? And I just go, I'm like, let's see if they have a James Bond car, and sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. I have a collection on my wall that I have pinned into the wall in my
Yes, he
closet
sent me
because
a
I'm
picture
like,
that we've used before, so I'll find it and
yeah,
we'll reuse it here.
very good. Um, because I came up with that little idea within the last year because I'm like, I have no idea what to do with
Hmm.
these, and I was like, oh, I'll do that with them. So yeah, so I came across uh Thunderball car, whatever
Beautiful.
the hell it is. 1965 Ford Mustang. You got your long-legged Sean Connery on there with the ladies. And then just recently I came across this. The Aston Martin
Oh, hell
Vanquish
yeah.
from Die Another Day. Two different companies. This one's Hot Wheels. This one's Johnny Lightning. You can see the difference in their presentation.
Yeah, the Johnny
Hot
Lightning
Wheels is very
presentation
bare bones.
is much better.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hands down.
Real vintage look
Um,
to it. I like it.
yeah, it's good. I definitely prefer it. They have some Johnny Lightning ones though that's just black.
Oh,
There's no
it's ugly.
photo. I don't know why. I have one or two of those. But yeah, I just saw this like 2 days ago, I think, at Target, and I was like, oh, that's badass. Look at
Yeah,
that, how it's
very good.
blowing out that 007, but okay. But yeah, I like it. Very good. This was the card that actually initially made me fall in love with Aston Martins. And I have two more items in two separate categories.
Okay. I guess I'll show off my last bit of stuff. You do that, and then we'll get to the present unwrapping, which is what I've been patiently awaiting for this whole time.
That's what she said.
Indeed. So these last two were actually gifts that were given to me that weren't from Brandon, but they both are Ghostface related. I got this little Ghostface figure here. He's the blue chromey guy.
Oh, hell yeah.
And there's a whole series of them. I really got to
Hot
track down
damn.
the
Why
purple
can't we
one.
get real masks like that?
Yeah, yeah. Even if he
That's
has his
cool.
belt on, I really like this a lot.
I didn't even know they
So,
existed. What company is this?
um,
It's like that MOM or something.
MC and Marty Abrams presents.
What the
That's
shit is that?
I see this logo at Screamers all the time, but I've never even known what the name is. So, Megos.
Oh, Migo. Yeah, Migos. Like they used to be the only like figures you could get for things back in the day. Like if you ever seen like a like they're big. They're like Barbie sized. And you'll
Uh-huh.
see like an old school like Barbie sized Batman or like a Barbie sized Joker, and they're like from the 60s. That's Amigo.
Okay. So yeah, it's somewhat of a little retro looking packaging, not so much, but yeah, awesome. I'm gonna
That's
track down
cool.
some of these other
I
ones
like
too.
it.
I like them a lot. They're really
Was the
cool.
purple one sold out?
This again, this was gifted to me, so
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Well,
But I
fuck
didn't know
you.
that they had all these colors though. I had no clue. I didn't even know this was a thing. There was one of them I saw at Screamers, but one of the other guys that works there scooped every single one of them, so I didn't even get one.
Bastard. I know exactly who you're talking about.
So
You talked about
sadly.
him before.
Hmm.
Asshole.
Uh, and then do you remember the Snuggie from back in the day?
Mm-hmm.
This is
Yeah, you
kind of
you have a collection of them.
yeah, because I told you I love Snuggies. And this is kind of like that, except like it pulls over and it's like a whole thing. You get your sleeves on the side, and it's just like a big little ghost face blanket that you wear. It's got a little hood and everything.
Good shit.
I like to wear it without pants and free ball, so I pretend that I'm wearing a dress.
Or a muumuu. Um, it's the standard ghost face image that's on the Fun World
Yeah,
products with the little tiny dagger.
which if you look behind the terracotta soldier,
Yep.
there it is. Yep.
Yes, indeed.
So a
Very
little bit more ghost face. We can't get enough ghost face around here.
nope.
Nope.
That's a fact. Since it's a cloth material, this was not a part of a category, but I almost forgot it. I'm wearing it. It is
Oh,
the
I thought it was new. Didn't remember seeing it, and I do
Yeah, I
like it.
mean,
I
I
like it a lot.
it came from Hot Topic, right? Hot Topic Spencer's. No, it was Spencer's. It was Spencer's that I told you about the entire collection of t-shirts that they had there that was like dirt cheap. They were $5 each, I think, and they had a ton of shit. A ton of shit. And then I spent like way too much time taking photos of all the shirts that I thought Lucas would like. Fuck me, I guess, huh?
Like I said, my one purchase was a lot of money, and it set me back
It
a
was
little bit.
$5.
I know, but I'm in a very penny pinching era at the moment.
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Um, so no Nosferatu Steelbook?
No, no, no. When I had the money for it, it was obviously sold out, and I didn't have. Well, I had some money to get it, probably, but I didn't get it.
I am shocked with your favorite movie of the year. There's no price you can put on that.
Yes, I do have like three that I've been kind of watching on my little eBay list. They're
Oh
open ones that
God.
were like
So
45-ish dollars.
this is what's shocking to me. Um, so the shirt thing surprised me a little bit,
Positively shocking.
but that's neither here nor there. I remember when I pre-ordered the Nosferatu Steelbook and I sent you the link to it. And I said you gotta get like if you want this, you gotta get it. And I was like just make sure that you're good because Walmart they refund you the money after 5 days. So you'd have gotten the money back. So and it was like $35, I think. And I did. I got it. Um, I didn't mention it. Mine showed up literally bent in half, looking exactly like that.
Oh God.
This is the Indiana Jones. Looked exactly like this because it showed up from Walmart and it was I was so fucking excited. It showed up on a Friday. It released on Tuesday. I got it on Friday. And so I like opened the envelope, but it came in like one of those um you can barely even call it an envelope. It's like a paper thing that's like as tight to it as you can possibly get. It's brown and it's like glued. You can barely even open it up without damaging it. Like that's how tight it is. So anything that happens to it, if it drops to the ground or anything, anything happens to it unsavory, and it will end up looking like this. And I never have good luck with those. And sure enough, it was screwed. And I was like so pissed because it's obviously, it's a steelbook that goes for like $100+ and it sold out obviously immediately. And I was like, Walmart, you need to do something about this. And they're like, yeah, send it back to us and we'll replace it. But not until you send it back to us. And I said, okay, I'm putting a lot of trust in you people. I did this on the phone. I told Lucas about this already, but
Yeah, it's a
I'm
real
like,
horror story.
I'm putting all my trust into you to send this back to you because I would rather keep a damaged one rather than send it back to you. And they're like, nope, 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 you're good. We have your replacement already. It wouldn't even authorize a replacement without us having a replacement for you. And I said, are you sure? Because on the website it says sold out. And they said, yep, we're sure. Okay. I said, I don't want to send this back. And 5 days later, I get an email from you guys that says it was sold out. And they're like, no, we promise. And I said, okay, I will send it back to you. So I sent it back to them. And they were right. I mean, it wasn't 5 days later, it was 14 days later. And I got an email from them that said, we're sold out. We're sorry. We're canceling your pre-order.
And that was the
And
last time Brandon
I
ever set foot
was
in a Walmart.
fucking livid. Like I livid. And all I wanted to do, like when I got the email, they weren't open at the time, but all I wanted to do was call them and yell at them and say, you're going to do something for me because this is fucked. And by the next day, I calmed down enough that I was like, okay, I guess I'm not going to do that because what are they going to do for me? Like, nothing. So that's where we are, unfortunately. So now I did the due diligence. I still didn't get it because Walmart are pieces of shit. So there you go. Anyway,
Fuck you, Walmart.
yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And now we have a small one. This is just I got this from Amazon. I've been meaning to get it. Daredevil Born Again. It's it shares the same title as the Disney Plus series season 4. Because Disney Plus obviously they picked it up and blah blah blah. So they're producing season 4 of Daredevil, which was a 3-season Netflix show, best of the best. One of the, especially season 1, one of the best superhero TV shows of all time, but also one of the best Netflix shows of all time. That says a lot. Fantastic. And even though it's not the same story, I was like, I'll go with it.
Why the hell not?
Exactly. So it was cheap and that's fun. And plus it smells nice. And
Good shit.
the final item, the thing I'm the most proud of by far. So I got into collecting Michael Myers masks in 2005, right? I was like 13 going on 14. I had been, obviously a Halloween fan my entire life. And I was like, I don't know. I've got lucky with some things or whatever. I always wanted a mask that was called a second stab. It was an, older mask. It came out in like, I don't know, 2000, 2001, something like that. So even when I got into the hobby, it was a few years old. Um, and yeah, it was an independent mask that I always wanted. I never had the opportunity to get it because it is one of the rarest independent masks ever made. And my one opportunity came in 2020, and it was, right when the world was falling apart, and I just didn't have the money for it. It was $900 on eBay, and I so wanted it because I was like, you never see these go up for sale ever. And I'm just like, but I don't have the money. Little did I know, the first check from unemployment was gonna come
Right.
within like 5 hours. I just didn't know. I could have purchased it, and I didn't. And I've been sad ever since then. And I don't know, around December, January-ish, I went onto Facebook Marketplace just randomly, and I saw a mask that caught my attention. At first, I just thought, oh, it's just a Tots mask. I don't give a shit. And something told me to go, no, 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 go back and look at that. And so I did. I went back and I looked at it, and I went, there has to be something wrong here because what my eyes are telling me is that this is a second stab mask, but all this guy wants is $150. And I'm like, what? Like this mask in 2020 it was going for $900. Now it goes for like $1,500.
Mm.
Something has to be wrong here. So I got in contact with the guy and I went, I don't have $150 at the moment. Any possible way that you can hold this for me until I work on Friday? And he goes, okay. And I'm like, Okay. And so I ended up giving him I think 200 for it. Gave him extra 50 for holding it for me. And I still until the day it showed up, I'm like, the bottom's gonna fall out of this at any time, I guarantee you. And it's gonna turn out it's not the real mask or whatever. And it showed up, and I don't know how well this is gonna come across on the screen here, but it is
Oh, it's fucking beautiful.
very much the real mask. Um, the history of it was that he purchased it himself from the original artist. And yeah, Lee Ramier it is. It's signed. It is number 23 and 20 number 23 of like 30, I think. And this has been like my I shit you not, this has been like my holy grail mask
Yeah, that's
since I
fucking
started
beautiful.
collecting. And not only is, and it has some issues, there's like paint or crayon or something right there, but I don't care. It's completely original, including the hair on it. The paint's original, the hair is original,
Yeah,
everything's
the hair is
original
fucking
on it.
gorgeous.
It's really, it, you would say that upon closer inspection, it's really not. It's balding severely. Um, he used the wrong type of hair. He used doll hair instead
Mm.
of like hair that he should have, like camel hair or mohair. But I was
Sure
able
looks
to
good just
sort of
holding it
like
though, or putting it on a stand.
dial
I
it
mean,
into a way where it looked like serviceable. But yeah, like there's certain things about this mask that are just like it's not the most accurate thing in the world. Obviously, we have things that are much more accurate now, but it just gets certain things just right to me. Just certain angles of the mask that you don't see in any other mask. And certain things like this right here, like that specific angle
oh yeah.
looks identical in my opinion to when Michael Myers stabs Bob to the wall and he's looking up at him and he tilts his head.
Yep.
This mask has always looked like that to me, and I have never seen another mask that captured that specific moment of the original Halloween. So not only did I get this mask, but I got it for 1/10, 1/11th of what it actually should have gone for. And that's insane to me. So this has been my like number one acquisition.
I'm into, well, murders and executions mostly.
So yeah, that was unpleasant. Um, but yeah, I like it.
It is very good. Good for you too. I'm
Glorious.
happy that you got something that you wanted since childhood. I mean, it's gorgeous.
Thank you. Yes, I agree. It lived up to the expectations. I don't know. No, it's hard because it's so bright in here. No, that never looks good. Um, but yeah, I don't know. It's hard to have it come across properly, but whatever. Especially on here. This is how you always properly like light a Michael Myers mask is from above, like that.
Yeah, you had told me that when you had mentioned how much better the Rob Zombie mask looked in proper lighting, like the Tots one. You teased the hair out.
Oh yeah. Yeah. This is correct. Yeah, it's just blowing out on the screen,
Yeah.
unfortunately, but whatever.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Beautiful. Anyway. And that is the final.
The
It's the
final
end of the show.
countdown,
Bye,
as they
everybody.
say.
No, we're on to the Christmas presents now. So Uh, why don't you start us off
Oh, I was
with
gonna
the
tell you to start her off.
slightly bigger of the two that are connected to each other?
Let me move the baton out of the way.
Yes. Let's take a moment to appreciate the
Brandon's
wrapping
mother's
job my mom
beautiful,
did.
beautiful wrap job with
Yeah.
this amazing bow that's Halloween colored themed. Absolutely gorgeous. Themed to the trick-or-treaters too,
Yep.
intentionally or unintentionally. But as you can see, we also have the hard to work with but very beautiful trick-or-treater trio wrapping paper from Trick or Treat Studios that is also no
Yes.
longer being sold. But we used it, baby. I've had my eye on this wrapping paper for the last 3 years, and I haven't really had the best excuse to use it. And I told Brandon, we got to use it this time.
Agreed.
It's beautiful. I love it.
I agreed. Does that do it more justice? I can't see anything.
Yeah, it does. The quality, I mean, your phone quality is so much better than the MacBook. Yeah, it's beautiful. But you can definitely see that it's doll hair with this camera too, though. Yeah, the bald spot doesn't look good. But just as it's
It's
sitting, it's
this
gorgeous.
it's a bunch of bald spot.
Ugh. But it's
Yeah.
still
I
beautiful.
personally it's like some people's like preference to have a completely original, and I think it's cool as completely original. I personally I would get it repainted and rehaired though, because I think that would push it into
Like
just
movie territory.
perfection, you know.
Well, maybe
But
that can be your ultimate goal with it with this Holy Grail piece you've acquired.
damn straight. Ow!
Oh
I'm
no.
dead. Okay, you may continue.
I would if I could see your video. It's just a picture of you and John Cusack.
Yeah, because I died. That's all that
Welcome back to life,
matters
you.
is me and John Cusack.
He, he died doing what he loved, John Cusack. Or who he loved.
Exactly. Exactly.
But anyway, here we are. I did take some glamour shots of these two also with my phone. They were so beautiful. I couldn't
Oh,
just
really?
not look at, yeah, I had to get some high res images of them. I'll put up the little pictures that I took because they're gorgeous, even down to the little wrap in the back. Look at that. Just look at that.
It's true. And my mom can whip these up in like 5 minutes. It's
Yeah,
insane to
that's
me.
crazy.
I know.
Like here, I'm gonna do
Well,
this delicately
meanwhile,
because
I take 3 hours and it ends up looking like a drunk child that's blind wrapped it.
his Mr. Magoo era. Okay, there we go. I at least got the bow off mostly intact. It'll get saved. It'll get used for something, trust
Beautiful.
me. All right,
Beautiful.
so which one did you say
It's
first? The smaller
the
one?
thicker, bigger one.
That's what she said.
The thicker, bigger one right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
The cleanest, best pleasure.
Perfect.
Lucille has it too.
That's awesome because if you didn't, well, obviously, if I didn't get this from you, I was gonna end up getting it myself, probably just the DVD pack to have them all. But that's fucking awesome. Oh, and they're unrated too, all of them. The theatrical
Hmm.
ones. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never seen the rated versions. I've seen some of the scenes from the rated versions, but it's funny, like I grew up with the unrated cut to the movies,
Hmm.
so I only think of Jim having sex with the pie on top of the counter. I don't think of him just doing this with it in the corner, like in the
Hmm.
theatrical cut.
That's awesome. I'm
Um,
genuinely really happy about this.
Very good.
Very good. Very good.
Very good. You're going to be even happier about the second one. Um, let's see here. So I have Lucille's gifts for me
Yes, there's no bows on
in
them, but
these
I did
bags.
wrap them myself.
Yes, and that's the important thing.
All right, so let's see the stack. Hold all three of them together, and then we'll start with the smallest one.
Okay. The smallest one is in the same bag as this one.
Okay.
Yes. And then the one that's like heavy and like in its own thing.
Hmm.
That's what she said.
Indeed.
All right. So I'm going for the small one.
Yeah, we're opening the small one first.
That's what she said. All right.
There has just been too much fun, like side conversation, waish conversation for me not to have gotten this for you the second I saw it.
Okay. So this is so funny. Okay. So weird thing happened to me today, actually. First off, thank you.
You're welcome.
Secondly, I saw the Joker one at Target today, and I almost got it.
Oh,
And I was like, eh. I mean, but there is a Nosferatu one.
oh, of like the Ben Cooper style.
Yeah. As soon as I saw it, I thought of you immediately.
Oh, that's awesome. But there's just so much rumblings of Superman that I felt that this big, stupid, even bobblier head one was just like the perfect addition to the desk.
Well, this is better than David Corn Sweat, that's for damn sure. It is and I would usually say no offense to David Corn Sweat, but fuck you, David Corn Sweat. Um, you don't deserve anything from us. Ever since I found out you tried to push for the trunks, even this child doesn't have the trunks.
Exactly. It's a better looking suit.
It is. As cheap and goofy as it is on a child, it is significantly better. Um, yeah. And you can get the whole Trinity if you want. The
The unholy
trifecta.
trinity.
Exactly. I think they'd be like the Holy Trinity though. Or like the holier Trinity. All right. Very good.
Very good. On to number two.
This one's an exciting one.
Okay.
I think. I hope you don't have it. I don't think you do.
Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. No way. No, I don't. I've
Okay,
been
good.
talking about this for so
Yes,
long.
yes. And I started to get confused on whether or not you were talking about it because you had obtained it or not.
This cover in the back is so much worse than what the DVD looks
I
like.
know. I know. The cover is terrible. His eyes look swollen shut, like he
Honestly,
was stung by a bee.
I have to open this right now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like I gotta
Yeah.
go get it. Oh my God. Oh, it's got a reversible cover too.
Oh, really?
Shut the fuck up.
That's fantastic.
Ooh. We're just gonna swap the whole thing right now. That's way better.
That is way better. That's like the actual it's like out of
Ooh, and
all the ones that exist, it's the legitimately good one.
it actually is printed on a Blu-ray. It's not a DVD that says it's a Blu-ray. Bit of a
Good.
Tommy Wiseau, you never know. This
It's
is
true.
this is awesome.
Very good.
Oh my God, we can get here. I'm gonna cover the discount code because I might actually have to use it if it's still valid.
Yeah, hopefully it is.
That is
Oh
fucking
yeah.
great. Like make America great again, the Wiseau Nation. This
Terrible.
is thank you so much. This
You're
is
welcome.
incredible.
Now you get to see firsthand if the quality is actually any better or not.
I will be putting it in tonight, like right when I'm and it's not properly, it's like a little too big. It's not cut properly, of
Yeah.
course.
I noticed as soon as it arrived, I was like, oh, this is like one of those like really cheap Blu-ray cases.
hmm It's
You know, like
completely
the
squared at the sides. It's not
yeah,
rounded.
it's the ones you get in bulk. Like when you buy them in bulk. Like you buy like 10 or 12 of them at a time. They're those.
Yeah,
It's
that's
funny.
great. That's
It
great.
is great. I was like, I expect nothing less, unfortunately. It's exactly what you'd expect. So is this no, the
Yeah,
third
that's the
one
middle
has
one.
like a card or something on it.
Yes. So th this one should also be fun too. Sh- Uh,
Okay.
because you had shown something earlier, I'm like, oh, cool. Can't wait for him to open his present.
I'm slightly trying to keep the wrapping intact so I can use it um to hold up um when I record my opening. Oh, fuck me. That's fucking awesome. This is great.
I'm so glad. It was the last one. I was gonna get two of them, but I got the last one.
That's fucking awesome. When I first saw that figure, that's one of the first things I thought was like, oh shit,
How hard it was to find
whatever
those
happened to
masks.
the release of these masks? So I guess they did release them, in fact. That's awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wish I had like a way to
Hook him
fasten
up
it.
there.
It's
Put a
surprisingly
command.
big. I would assume that it comes from like the movie molds to some degree. Like even if they just scanned it,
hmm
maybe the actor who shan't be named has a large head.
That's what you said.
That's great. It's funny, when I started to open it and I just saw like this right here, I thought, is this like a mummy mask? And Lucas is just trying to push this on me.
Oh, like the mummy? No,
Yeah.
no.
Like a vacuum form mummy mask.
hmm
Which I will say, when it comes to the mummy, that movie sucks. But the makeup of the dead, you
Of
know,
Imhotep.
yeah, it's badass. Obviously, that's what everybody wanted was for it to look like that, because every time the mummy showed up after that, that's how he looked. Lesser so, but that's
Yeah.
what they were going for was the bandages. Nobody wanted the weird Boris Karloff walking around wearing a dress
Yeah,
and a
the
and a
so
big
there's
hat,
and that's like Ardith Bay, and then when he's the mummy in bandages, he's
right?
referred to as Imhotep. So,
Yeah, they changed it in the Brendan Fraser one where they made it two different characters.
hmm. I mean, that's better, I guess. Whatever. Is it? I don't know. I don't know. I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. The Brendan Fraser one is better, a significantly better movie.
The Mummy is just a shitty version of Dracula. Yes.
Um, yeah, the movie sucks dick. And I have no problem saying that because the movie sucked ass at the time. Everybody knew it, and it still sucks ass now. I have no nostalgia for that movie whatsoever, while I have tons of nostalgia for like, Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein more so than anything else. Um,
They are the
but
best.
when I was a mere child, Burger King did a thing. You might not have even been born yet. I'm not even kidding. Like that's how young I was. Do you remember this at all? Because if you don't, then you probably weren't born yet. Burger King did this whole thing where with the Universal Monsters, and they had Universal Monster toys in your
Oh, could
happy
you
not your
connect
Happy
them
Meals, but your
together
kid
and
meals.
make
Yeah, that sounds vaguely familiar, but I had them all.
Oh, did
And
you?
yeah, and I'm sure they're worth a pretty penny now. God, I'm sure they are. But it was a whole thing. That was my introduction to the Universal monsters.
Oh, that's
I was
awesome.
like 4 years old. 4 or 5 years old, and yeah, I had as many of them as you can get. And I actually still have a sticker that I got from Burger King back in the day. It's actually pasted on the side of my dad's desk, and it's still there to this day. It's a Wolfman.
Cool.
So yeah, but I was like, these are badass, and I remember like they like glowed in the dark, if I'm not mistaken, for some reason that nobody knows the answer
Hmm.
to. And it was, yeah, it was all the ones that counted, I guess, if you can say the mummy counts. But it was, it was Frankenstein's monster, Bride of Frankenstein, Wolfman, Creature, Dracula, Mummy.
No Invisible Man?
Hell no, no. Yeah, yeah, the Invisible Man was there. You just couldn't see him.
Funny joke.
Nobody cares about the Invisible Man. Not until 2020 did anybody care about the Invisible Man. Um, no offense to you, whatever the shit your name is that starts with a C. What's the name?
Uh, God, he plays the Phantom also. What is his name?
Starts with a C. Definitely starts with a C.
Now I have to look it up real quick. Although usually I would just ignore it and push it in the back of my head.
That's
But
what
let
she
me
said
see.
too.
Uh, Claude Rains. I didn't even have to look it up. That's it. Claude Rains.
Yeah.
It just hit me. Yeah.
Yep. Starts with a C.
Yep.
Yep.
Very good. All right, so we have the last one here in this
Yeah.
triangular shape, and
So this
it's
one's a
very long.
bitch. Okay. Um, I advise you to be as careful as possible. At the moment, you don't have to be, but when you start taking it out, you have to be careful because I mean, this was not supposed to be the presentation for it, but it is what it is. I couldn't delay this any further. It was already delayed 27 times.
I have a sneaking suspicion that I know what it is. Not what it is per like in specific, but I know what kind of item this is. These are posters, aren't they?
It might just be one singular poster.
Okay.
You opened it on the right side too. I fastened it shut with just scotch tape. And
Okay.
we
Well,
can admire my address I covered up with a piece of
oh, oh, right.
blank paper. Look at that.
Beautiful. Done like a proper YouTuber.
Exactly. So this is now when you have to be careful. So it's in there with a this is how they package it. It's how I had to repackage it. With a garbage bag. I checked it out. How you're gonna open it, I don't fucking know. Could do it on a table or on the floor or something.
Oh, I love the cut. Look, it looks like a Fun World robe.
Yeah.
Oh no, I see the logo. I'll have to
Yeah,
stand up.
it is a big fucker. It is like
It is.
27 by 40,
Oh my God. It's
and
huge.
it is a authentic used theatrical poster.
What? How the hell did you find that?
eBay.
Oh God, it wasn't expensive, was it?
I mean, it was what it was, but nothing crazy.
Okay, I'm gonna be very careful and put this down, and I'm not gonna fuck with this until I have a frame to put that in. It's gonna go right in the closet, right on top of everything, because that is ridiculous. Thank you.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. So it's fun because two of the things are kind of for the show. They're for you, but they're kind of also for the show. Obviously, the American Pie thing, right? Is so you can watch it for a
Hmm.
video. But then the other thing was I'm like, well, how fun would it be for you to have a room poster?
And then
on
they
the
have the
wall.
Blu-ray to go with it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a frame. It's gonna go right there where Ghostface is, so it's front and
Okay,
center.
good
Yeah.
shit. The frame's coming.
Oh, there's a frame also? Okay, because I was
It's
gonna just
coming.
order one. Hell
Hmm.
yes. Beautiful.
Yeah, that's the more expensive part of the equation. The
Okay.
frames are more expensive. I've come to find out, but whatever. So that it was supposed to be given to you in the frame, already framed.
Ah, I see.
So, like I mentioned, that this was an item that had to go inside of another item, that item that in case this thing had not shown up,
Yeah, you
that's
described it
the
very well because there was
the
no way I would have
frame
guessed that
is the
ever.
encasement. But yeah, it's yeah. I imagine I wasn't sure if that your area right there was big enough
Oh, it
to
is.
house it, but then I thought if nothing else, then just to your left, like above the that area would definitely be able to. So yeah.
But
So
it'll fit right there for sure.
it's a room centric Christmas for us all.
Which I can get down with. I'm so excited to I'm gonna put this in like immediately and just skip around in my favorite scenes.
Good shit. Good shit. It
All
almost
right.
was a like there was like a listing on eBay that I came across at one point that was both the Blu-ray of The Room as well as the Blu-ray of that fucking shark movie.
Oh, was it
And I
signed?
almost went with that. I don't think
Oh,
so. I almost went with that just because it would have been really funny for you to have a Blu-ray of that shark movie.
of Big Shark or whatever it's called.
Yeah, whatever it's called. From an even to a nasty woman from an even nastier woman.
So yeah, you have to show
Very,
it on camera.
very nasty woman. Very, very nasty woman.
And if you look at the label, it's also Weish color coded
Oh yeah, it is.
from one nasty woman to another. And then there's a little surprise in the back. I know you can
Oh,
see
I
it
see.
now.
Oh, I see what it is. I could see it from just the one little part of it. It's one of my
Which has never been shown on the show before.
it's one of my favorites. Can everybody
Yes.
guess who this is?
I have a candy bowl right here, completely full of drawings of me that Brandon does at work.
There there has been some that have really captured the look of Lucas, and those are the least fun, in my opinion. There's yeah, like one in particular is really good. Um, yes, some of them are the entire body, not just the head. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, well, we'll look at just because I have them all. Oh my God, there's so many. Here's Lucky Cat.
Yep.
Oh God, there's another. Oh no, it's the same one. Never mind.
Very good.
Oh, they're everywhere.
Doesn't it look just like Lucas? Yes, there is let's see here. Um I don't know. Actually, I can probably find it really quickly, like just looking at the stickers I have in my phone. That's my favorite of all time right there. That was done on the marker board one day.
It's beautiful.
It is. So this is too good to ever lose. I'm gonna put that somewhere. It'll end up back in your purse one day.
Very good.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, show the beautiful Art the Clown sticker.
Oh, yes.
There he is.
Indeed. I have a bunch of these stickers that you have thrown at me. Oh, I missed that one right
Oh, you
there.
missed that? Yeah, that was the important one.
Very good. That is the important one. That's out of all the stickers you've thrown at me, I have not seen this one yet.
Yeah, because that one was like you have to like you buy them. They
Oh,
weren't like the free ones.
very good. Oddly enough, it feels like the same material that the paper is made out of.
Yeah, that's some sturdy wrapping paper.
It is ridiculously sturdy. What is this? What the fuck is this?
Is that not the craziest thing you've ever seen?
What the fuck is this? This is fucking amazing. It's it's like a it's like a what the shit? This might be one of the greatest things I've ever seen in my entire life. This is so it's a Myers house that's like you build it like a
Yeah, it's a
Lego
Lego.
set.
You like the sign in the front, Myers House
Yeah, I
instead of
noticed
Strode
that instead of
Realty.
Strode Realty. Yeah, that's fucking awesome. Thank you, Lucille.
Of course. I saw it and I said, this is two of Brandon's favorite things. And I said this to you a couple months ago because I've had my eye on that for a
Yeah, I
while.
remember you saying it.
And they went out really quickly. So I got the second batch and I'm like, I told Brandon, I said, it's two of your favorite things. It's literally Halloween and like
Yeah.
Lego. And then, well, I didn't tell him that specifically because I didn't want it
No.
to guess, but I said it's two of your favorite things in a marriage that I would have never thought. Because obviously it's like some Chinese thing, but it is just the
Yeah.
novelty of how cool that
It's
is.
super
And
cool.
for what your interests are, I there was no way I couldn't get that for you.
Very much so unexpected. I am absolutely going to build it. So there's 586 pieces and it's gonna go in the collection, obviously.
And I like to imagine you'll be watching Halloween 1 on 4K as you assemble this.
It's gonna take me a lot longer than that, but yes, that'll be amongst the rotation for sure. That's fantastic. Ah, there's a
Yeah.
scorpion on the porch.
Yeah, if the more you look, the funkier it gets, you know, but it's just too perfect. I don't think there would be anything ever actually like really licensed like this. So
No,
I
no,
had
there
to
there
we
wouldn't
had to get
be.
it.
Yeah, that's so cool.
In fact, I might even get one for myself. I think they're so cool, but you had to get it.
I appreciate it.
No problem. I appreciate the Tommy Wiseau stuff like you'll never understand. So
That's awesome. Yeah, just imagine if was signed by Tommy Wiseau.
I would die.
He'll do it for free if you ever come across him anywhere. He'll do it
It's
for
on my
free.
bucket list of autographs. I have to meet this guy somehow.
I think he signed shit on his website, like if you buy it.
I just physically want to meet the guy, shake his hand,
Yeah, he'll probably suck the energy out of you like a
take a picture with
vampire.
him.
Um, so speaking of the room though, uh so tell me that this guy, I think he's a bodybuilder. He showed up in that movie magazine Dreams that I saw yesterday.
Hmm.
And he looks like Greg Sestero, like if he
Pre
was
or
a
post
bodybuilder.
surgery?
A post, very much so post. Um, tell me that this doesn't look like him. So his name is Mike O'Hearn, and he looks so much like him, in fact, that I thought this was him at first when I saw the interview with the guy. Right?
Holy shit.
I know. At first, when I was watching the movie, I was like, why does this guy look so familiar? And then I was like, oh God.
Anyway, thank you for the gifts, Brandon.
My
We're done talking
pleasure.
about shirtless men.
Thank you, Lucille.
Of course, I've been waiting for a long time for you to get the Lego set. That was the one thing, and the mask. When I saw you had the little figure, I'm like, hell yeah, these were good choices.
Yeah, it's always more fun, I think, to, you know, like to give a gift, so it's like especially like if you're like really proud of something, you're like really
Hmm.
excited about it, and it definitely sucks to have it like have to be postponed longer and longer and longer. So there was definite uh strength that you have shown through this process. I will say this in conclusion, that when you told me that you're like, oh, it's a combination of your two favorite things, I was brought back to when I was like 14 years old, and my friend Robbie was like, oh, I have a present for your birthday. And I'm like, oh, really? And he's like, yeah, it's something to do with your favorite movie. And I was like, oh, it's something to do with Halloween. And he's like, no, 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 your favorite movie. And I was like, Halloween? And he's like, no, your favorite movie. And I'm like, Halloween, God damn it. And he's like, no. And so I'm like, okay, I don't know what it is. Fast forward a few weeks and I open it up and it was a Bates Motel sign. And I'm like, okay, like cool. It's not my favorite movie though, And so I just always, that stuck with me, that when somebody's like, oh, it's your favorite, it's one of your favorite things, and they're just totally wrong. So that did occur to me in the back of my head, but that was not the case this time.
Thank God, I do listen to you when you talk sometimes.
Yes. Yes. Psycho would be technically my second favorite movie, but
Hmm.
it was funny he was so adamant about it. He was like, "No, your favorite movie." He was telling me what my favorite movie was.
Right.
Um, yeah, it was good though. Anyway, thanks for joining us, everybody. Ironically enough, this was by far not our longest episode. Not even close. It's our latest episode of all time, but not our
Yeah.
longest. Um, but yeah, so thanks for joining us. We will we'll see you later,
We'll
okay?
see you in the next one.
Comment below if you have purchased anything in the last, 7 months. And let us know
Basically.
what your favorite item is down there. But yeah, see you
Bye,
next
everybody.
time.